Welcome back, PEZ collectors! Today's video is going to be all about Bugz PEZ dispensers. Now there's 4 different variations of series that I'm going to be showing you today. So they shouldn't be all the same mold, it's just, you know, crystal or regular or color crystal versus clear crystal. There's a lot, so let's get started. Well, first up we're just going to start with the regular, basic, old generic Bugz series. And this time I'm going to tell you their full names, but after that I'm probably just going to refer to them as what bug they are because a lot of them are a lot of words and it's just going to get too lengthy here. So let's start with the worm. So up first is the worm PEZ dispenser, and this one is also called Clumsy Worm. I'm not really sure how worms could be clumsy, but I guess PEZ thinks that they can be. I don't know, but it's cute. The Worm Crystal PEZ was one of the most popular ones when I was giving those away. I do still have 5 or 6 more of the Crystal Bug PEZ to give away, so if you haven't asked for one yet, go back to the video where my dad and we unboxed like 40 of those Crystal Bug PEZ, and we decided to give away like most of them, I guess. So go back and watch that video if you haven't already, and you can comment in there and ask for whatever bug PEZ that you want, because I still do have a few left, so I might as well give them all away. But this one is super cute. This Clumsy Worm PEZ dispenser is the worm's body for the head, and it's got a big old smiley face. It just looks like a super happy worm. And the stem is a really nice light blue color. It looks really great. I'm just gonna say up front here that all these bug PEZ I'm showing you today were released in 2000, except for the re-release that we just got last month or so. But they're the old PEZ that PEZ just repackaged. That's the crystal bugs that, you know, I was talking about just a second ago, which we'll get to really soon. So what a nice start. Next up is the Super Beatle PEZ dispenser, and this is a wasp. It's pretty crazy. I don't think I'd want to be outside when this thing's flying around. But it is cool. I like how the eyes are like a crystal and they give it a lot of depth because there's a pattern or something in there that make it look like eyes, so they look 3D and it's really neat looking. This Super Beatle PEZ dispenser is the wasp's head for the head, which is mostly black and yellow, and then the eyes are a light blue color, and it looks like it has on a bright red lipstick. And the stem is the same yellow color as the head. It's very nicely done. I do like the black and yellow color combination on this one. And then we have the Jumping Jack PEZ dispenser, and this is a Grasshopper. I always like this one. I don't know if it's just because it has like the giant eyes and it just looks so happy, and plus it has these really big antennas on the back, which you don't get many PEZ dispensers with these soft antennas, which PEZ collecting pro tip here, don't just jam these in bins, or if you do have them like stacked on top of each other, make sure you wrap these up in like bubble wrap or maybe put them on top, because these antennas on all these bugs are really delicate and they get brittle over time. So if you do put them in a bin with other PEZ or anything stacked on top, there is a chance that your antennas are going to break very easily. So that's a good pro tip, I think, for these bugs. This Jumping Jack PEZ dispenser is the grasshopper head for the head. It has the really big yellow eyes and it has a really big grin and these really nice long soft flowing antennas, and the stem is the same green almost as the head. It's a really nice looking PEZ dispenser. Next up is a Barney Beetle Bugz PEZ dispenser, and this is a beetle, which we just went from like super happy to super grumpy, and I love it. This Barney Beetle PEZ dispenser is the beetle's head for the head, which is mostly blue, and then the eyes are really bright orange on a white background. It just looks so great. And I love the antennas on these two because they're like orange, light blue, and then a darker navy blue, which the colors on this, like the orange and the blue, just work so well together. The stem color is a navy blue as well, but I love Barney Beetle's grumpy face. And then we have Florence Flutterfly, and yes, I said Flutterfly, which is supposedly a purple butterfly, which is also, I think, really cute. I usually call this one an ant sometimes. I don't know why. It reminds me of like the Ants movie from like the 2000s or whatever, but it's super cute. This Florence Flutterfly PEZ dispenser is the butterfly's head for the head, which is mostly light pink and a nice lavender color. Its eyes are lavender as well, and the antennas are lavender, and they're really soft plastic, so these are super delicate because these are even thinner than like the grasshopper or the beetles. And the stem on Florence Flutterfly is a light purple lavender color as well. It's a little bit darker than the lavender on its face, but what a really nice light pink and lavender color on this one. Looks really great. Next up is Good Natured Centipede. And I don't know why we call this a caterpillar when it's supposed to be a centipede. Is it the same thing? I don't know. But it's super cute. It just looks so happy. So we get some happy bugs, we get some grumpy bugs, we get some like not super emotional bugs. I love the different personalities on all of these. This good-natured centipede is a caterpillar's head for the head, which is mostly a light blue. It's got little red antennas. The stomach is yellow and it has little red dots going down it. And it's got like a lot of little arms. It's super cute. And the stem is my favorite. It's the super bright pink color, which there's no bright pink on the centipede or the caterpillar, but for some reason PEZ is like, let's slap that on a bright pink stem. Which I guess it works. I like it. Next up here we have Sweet Ladybird, which is a ladybug. This one's really nice. This Sweet Ladybug is a ladybug's head for the head, which is mostly red with black dots. The face is a light gray color, the eyes are blue, and this one has black antennas, which I'm pointing out for a reason, which I'll say here in a second why. And then this one is on a really neon green stem, which again, there's no neon green on top of the bug's head, but PEZ is like, let's put some neon colors in here. I don't have it, but this ladybug also comes with red antennas, which I saw for sale a few months ago on Facebook, but I think it was going for like $400 or more. That'd be really fun, I think, PEZ to add to a collection, but not anytime soon because I don't know if I need it that badly for just red antennas. But this is a really nice PEZ dispenser. And next up we have my favorite, the Smart Bee, which is also called the Baby Bee, and it's super cute. This has to be one of my favorite PEZ dispensers, like, you know, a footed PEZ dispenser. This Smart Bee is a baby bee's head for the head, which is mostly yellow with some black stripes, and then around the eyes there's a really nice like bluish teal color. It's just a really great color combination. And then the stem is the same yellow as on the head. This one just makes me so happy, I love it. And then there's one more Bug PEZ left for this variation of the series, and that is Sam Snuffles. And it's a fly. This might be my least favorite bug, but it's still pretty cool. It has the same eye effect that the wasp has like that 3D look to it. But this Sam Snuffles PEZ dispenser has the fly head for the head, which is mostly like a really grayish green color. And then the nose, I guess it's a nose, I don't know what flies have. The big snout thing on the front is orangey red, and then the eyes are orange, like inset around black. The color combination on this one looks really cool. It's just kind of creepy looking. And then this one comes on a neon orange stem. So we got another neon color here. So this is the first bug variation that was released by PEZ, like I said, back in 2000. These are a really great version of these, but I think it gets even better just because from now on they turn into crystal variations, which I love crystal PEZ, so if you like crystal PEZ as well, you're gonna really like the next 3 versions of these. Let's move these out of the way and let's start with the color crystal variation next. I think that's gonna be fun, and then we'll go to the clear crystal variation, and then we're gonna go to another variation that I don't want to spoil for you yet. So that's gonna be the order that we're gonna be going in today. So take another quick look at all the Bugz PEZ dispensers here that I have on the table before I take them away. You got the worm, you got the wasp, you got the grasshopper, the beetle, the butterfly, the caterpillar, the ladybug, the baby bee, and the fly. Do you have all these in your PEZ collection? We're going to be seeing these same character heads over and over again, so memorize these so you know what you need. Well, since we're starting crystals, I turned on my crystal light up here showing all my crystal PEZ behind me. So let's get started here. I'm going to go in the same order as I did with the last bugs, so you can kind of jot down, you know, what ones you need, or because I think it's easy to mix these up really easy, so pay attention. There's no test on this afterwards, so don't worry. So first up here is the worm. And look at that beautiful colored crystal. This colored crystal worm is a really bright pink crystal. I love it. And then the stem is a light blue. It just looks so great in the colored crystal. I remember getting these, I guess back in early 2000 when I like mailed away from PEZ. And I think I picked these just because, you know, they are the colored crystal, which I think are super nice. That's probably one of the reasons why I never bought just the clear crystal, even though nowadays I do really like the clear crystal, but when you see them next to these color crystals, it's kind of like the color crystal canines that I have. It's just the color crystal, it's just so beautiful. Like, especially under these lights here. It just looks so great. So of course, next up we have the wasp. And look at that wasp. Isn't the yellow crystal on it just so nice? This color crystal wasp is the wasp's head for the head, and the yellow crystal on it is just so nice. I love the really bright yellow of it. The antennas are black and yellow, and then the eyes again are blue, which I think the eyes on the wasp just look so great with the crystal. Just looks like it belongs there. And the stem on this one is yellow, which matches the yellow. Not exactly, but it is still yellow. So next up is the grasshopper. And this Grasshopper PEZ dispenser is the grasshopper's head for the head, which is a really nice see-through green color. Just looks so great. The eyes are yellow again. The stem is a dark green color. I should just point out now that all the stem colors are the same as the first version that I showed you. The only differences on these are the color crystal heads. So I guess you don't really have to worry about the stem colors right now, but you will eventually. And then there's the color crystal Beatle PEZ. And this blue color is just awesome. This Beatle PEZ dispenser is the Beatles head for the head, and then the blue crystal color is just such a nice blue, and it's kind of see-through, kind of like the green one, which I think is really nice. It has the same orange and blue accents on it like the previous version I showed you, and it has the same navy blue stem as well. And then we have the color crystal Butterfly PEZ. This Butterfly PEZ is the butterfly's head for the head, and the color crystal is a hot pink. Looks really great. It looks more cloudy than the blue and the green. It's kind of more like the yellow. And it has the same lavender accents on its head like the previous one I showed you, and it has the same purple lavenderish colored stem as well. Next up is the color crystal Caterpillar PEZ. And here's another blue color crystal. So this Caterpillar PEZ dispenser is the caterpillar's head for the head, which is the same blue crystal as the beetle. And this caterpillar has all the same like red and yellow accents on it like the previous one I showed you, and it has the same hot pink stem as well. But I love these blue crystal PEZ. And then we have the color crystal Ladybug PEZ dispenser. And this Ladybug PEZ dispenser is the ladybug's head for the head. And then this one has red crystal, which it just looks so nice. The red crystal color, it's just a really nice, bright and vibrant red. It looks really great. All the same accent colors, like the eyes and the face and the antennas is the last one I showed you. And it's also on the same neon green stem. The next one up is the crystal color Baby Bee PEZ dispenser. I mean, just when you think the Baby Bee can't get any better, it does, and it turns crystal. This Baby Bee PEZ dispenser is the Baby Bee's head for the head, which has mostly the yellow crystal color, which is the same yellow crystal color as the wasp here. And it has the same blue accent colors and the black stripes as the previous version I showed you, and it's on the same yellow color stem as well. The Baby Bee PEZ are fun too because the antennas are kind of soft. So like sometimes you have ones that like go off to the side more or up. So it kind of gives it even its own personality. So I think these are pretty cute. And the last one here is the Fly. So take a closer look at the color crystal Fly PEZ dispenser. Still creepy. But I do like the green crystal color for the head. So this Fly PEZ dispenser is again the fly's head for the head, and then the head is mostly a green crystal, which it looks a little darker or more green than the grasshopper one, but it's green. The snout or the nose or whatever is the same red color, and the same orange in the eyes. I do like this one better than the previous version, but it's still just kind of And then the stem is a neon orange color, which I guess it matches the eyes. I don't know, it looks cool, but it's still not my favorite. I guess let me know in the comments below what one is your favorite, because I'm talking all about the Baby Bee. Some people might like this fly, and sorry if you do. I don't know what to say. But there's a lot of these that I really like, but I always go back to saying the bee is my favorite. So let me know in the comments below what one is your favorite. I'd love to hear from you. So before I take these color crystal PEZ dispensers away, take a closer look at them here. Do you really love the crystal PEZ like I do? Especially on these bugs, it just looks so great. So if you're wanting to add some color crystal PEZ to your PEZ collection, you can get these, and they're not too hard to find. Usually I find them, you know, for sale on Facebook from different sellers, or, you know, look on eBay and you can probably find these pretty easily. So I think crystal PEZ like these will hold their value, I think, down the line if you want to add something a little bit more unique to your PEZ collection without spending, you know, hundreds of dollars on vintage. So if you don't have a huge budget for your PEZ collection, you know, some crystal bugs would would be a really great addition, I think. So again, we got the worm, we got the wasp, we got the grasshopper, the beetle, the butterfly, the caterpillar, the ladybug, the baby bee, and the fly. So let's move on to the next version of these. I think I'm going to show you the clear crystal bugs next because you did see me unbox some of them in the video with my dad, but I didn't have all of them at the time, and now I do have a whole complete set. So I'll be able to show you all of them in this video up close and in more detail. So about a month ago, my dad came over and we unboxed 40 of these clear crystal bug PEZ I'm going to be showing you here in a second. And we bought 40 of them because we were like, the chance of us getting, you know, a complete set, at least 1 or 2 complete sets out of 40 PEZ, we were like, oh, hopefully it'll happen, but I'm not going to tell you the outcome. But it wasn't too good. So we ended up giving away like, I don't know, 20 or more of these clear crystal bugs. And I do still have a few left, so like I said at the beginning of the video, go check out my video with me and my dad and watch that. And you can enter or tell me what one you want, I guess. But I'm going to show you these, just in case you're new to my channel, you might not know the whole story behind it, that's why I'm recapping on it. So these clear crystal bugs, they were first released back in 2000 in the mail-away form from PEZ. You could also have gotten the color crystal bugs I just showed you in the mail-away form, but for some reason I guess PEZ must have had a box or two. I don't know how many they had, but they must have had some boxes left over of these clear crystal bugs, and they decided to repackage them. This is what we got. And these all of a sudden appeared on PEZ.com for sale. And they were $2.29 to buy them, and they were a random assortment, so you didn't know what you were gonna get when you bought them. So that's why we bought 20 each. I think I ended up buying maybe 22 or 23 each, and then I ended up trading with a whole bunch of people and giving some away. So I do have a complete set now, which makes me happy, but it was a lot of work. And I think a lot of people got really great crystal bugs out of it that I sent them, so it makes me happy to see people add those to their collections, and I think people probably hopefully appreciated it as well. I do have some of these still packaged, but I do have some of them open, so let's get started on some of these clear crystal bugs. I'm going to go in the same order. The stem colors on the clear crystal bugs are the same stem colors as the first 2 versions that I just showed you, so you don't have to worry about that. These all have crystal heads. It's just to have like the paint on them. I'll show you here. Let's just start looking at them here. So first up we have the clear crystal worm PEZ dispenser. Look at that, doesn't that look so nice under the lights here? This worm PEZ dispenser is the clear crystal worm for the head, and then it's on the same light blue stem, which is so nice. And before I open this, here's the wasp in the package. So these were first released back in 2000, but PEZ, they decided to repackage them and sell them, and they put the new candy in them so you can't eat it. Ooh, that candy smells good. I don't know why sometimes you get PEZ candy out of these packages and then they don't smell, and other times I can open up a PEZ dispenser with the candy and it's just so strong. Like, I don't know if it's just really fresh. And here's the clear crystal wasp PEZ dispenser. It's pretty cool. I do really like these clear crystal colors. They're just so sparkly, especially when you put them like under a light. And I guess I should point out, if you're new to PEZ collecting, that when I say crystal, that's not just a crystal material, it's just clear plastic. And in the PEZ world, everyone just calls it crystal. It kind of looks crystally, I don't know, it's just a clear, transparent, sometimes more opaque crystal color, but it usually has some depth to it, which I think is really nice. This wasp PEZ dispenser is the wasp head for the head, which is a clear crystal. It has the same black and yellow accents and the blue eyes and the bright red lipstick. And then the stem is the same yellow. Got another one to open here. And then we have the clear crystal grasshopper PEZ dispenser. This one looks really great. This head is so large, and then the clear crystal just looks so nice. This grasshopper PEZ dispenser has the clear crystal head for the head, and then the antennas on it are just a soft green. I don't know if it's like a silicone or just like a plastic. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's soft and they move around, but you have to be careful with them, like I said. And then the eyes are really nice yellow, and it just looks so happy. The stem is the same green color as the 2 previous versions as well. And then we have the clear crystal Beatle PEZ. This head is so big. This Beatle PEZ dispenser has the clear crystal head for the head, and it's all the same blue and orange accents as the last 2 versions I showed you, and it's on the same navy blue stem. But I really like the clear crystal color combination with the navy blue stem on this one. It's just like such a drastic like color difference. I like it a lot. And talk about like PEZ dispensers with larger heads. I mean, I don't know, this one's still not like a Funko Pop PEZ size, but it's pretty large. I was just looking at the fun facts that came in these couple that I just opened, and it's weird because the ones that my dad and I opened when we opened like 40 of them, it was all the same fun fact about the baseball PEZ dispenser. And this one actually has 2 different fun facts in it so far of the ones we didn't get. So I wonder if there's some reason to like how PEZ package these and put them in a box, and that's how they like randomly grabbed them. It's kind of interesting to me. So fun fact 20 is feet is the common term used to refer to the small tabs on the dispenser base to help it stand upright. They were first added to the US dispensers in 1987. So the little things on the bottom here so that it doesn't wobble and fall over. So easy. That's what they're talking about. That's what PEZ collectors and PEZ calls feet. So back before like 1987, there was the no foot PEZ dispensers, and that's what PEZ collectors usually call vintage. So I think it has to be like 20 years old, I think, in order to be called vintage. So anything past, you know, 1987 is going to be vintage. And when they don't have feet, those are the PEZ dispensers that usually hold their value a little better. That's like a no foot vintage PEZ dispenser. And then before that they started adding these feet, there was thin feet. For a short period of time, there was PEZ that were being made with thinner feet than this, and I think that they kept breaking, and it just wasn't good for like PEZ to, you know, I guess ship all the dispensers over from overseas to package them up with the candy, and I think a lot of them would break in the process. So then they started making the feet even thicker, and that's the thick feet that we have nowadays on PEZ. So a little fun PEZ history there for you. Especially if you're new to collecting, you might not know these things. And the other fun fact here I got is fun fact number 6. When making a single piece of PEZ candy, it takes 3,000 pounds of pressure to compress the sugar into the familiar brick shape of a PEZ candy tablet. That's a lot of pounds. 3,000? That's a lot. So they must have really strong machines that do it. I don't think a person just like stamps out the PEZ. That's interesting. So let's get back to it. Here's the butterfly Bugz PEZ dispenser with the clear crystal head. Like even this one has like a little spot here on the stem. Like it has some ink or something on it, or some paint. But this butterfly PEZ dispenser is the butterfly's head for the head, which is a lot of clear crystal. This one doesn't even have like the little lavender on its mouth area anymore. It's just all clear crystal. It has the same little lavender antennas and eyes and the same purplish lavender colored stem. I wonder why they didn't paint the little nose and mouth area, or they didn't put like a little plastic piece on there. It just looks a lot different than the previous 2 versions. Next up is a clear crystal caterpillar Bugz PEZ dispenser. And talk about no color hardly on this one at all. This caterpillar Bugz PEZ dispenser is mostly the clear crystal head, and it has very small amounts of the red paint on it, like the antenna and the nose and the eyes and the little dots going down his stomach. It's mostly clear crystal, but it does look super good. And then the stem color is the same with the hot pink. And then there's the clear crystal Ladybug PEZ, and this one, talk about going to like no color. This Ladybug PEZ dispenser is Ladybug's head for the head, which is mostly the clear crystal, and it has the black polka dots and like black around its face, and then the black antennas and the blue around its eyes. But there's not much color at all on this one, but it's so great. And then it's on the really bright neon green stem as well. Got another little baby bee to open. And here you go, take a closer look at the clear crystal baby bee PEZ dispenser. This baby bee PEZ dispenser is the baby bee's head for the head, which is mostly the clear crystal. It has the black stripes around the bottom and the yellow and black striped antennas, and then the blue around the eyes. But like I was saying before, how like the little antennas go whatever way they want, which I think gives the baby bee even more personality. This one here is like way crooked, and this one here goes back and off to the side, but I still think it's super cute. It looks like it's stuck out in a windstorm or something. It's super cute. It's like it has been here for a couple days, like super windy. And then one more here to open. And this is the last clear crystal bug here I'm going to show you today. But here you go, this is the Fly clear crystal Bugz PEZ. And this one looks really great. This one is probably my favorite Fly PEZ because it's mostly clear crystal. I mean, there's like no color on it at all besides the eyes, which the eyes are my favorite part about this fly. And then underneath the little snout, there's a little black paint. This Fly PEZ dispenser is the fly's head for the head, which is mostly the clear crystal. And then the eyes have orange, and then the snout has just a little bit of black underneath. Oh, and then the little hair, or like antennas or whatever those are, which are probably super delicate, are like that same green color as the first fly that I showed you. The stem is a neon orange color as well, which this is probably my favorite fly variation that we've seen so far. This one's not so creepy yet because I do like neon orange and then the orange accents on it. I think it makes it look a lot nicer. So again, before I take these off the table, take a closer look here at the clear crystal bug PEZ. There's the worm, the wasp, the grasshopper, the beetle, the butterfly, the caterpillar, the ladybug, the baby bee, and the fly. What one's your favorite out of all these? I still like the baby bee. Seemed like during the giveaway everybody wanted the little worm. But I did only have 4 of these to give away out of all 9 of these. The worm seems like a favorite. So there's one variation of the Bugz PEZ dispensers left, so let's move these out of the way and let's get started on those because there's another 9 of them. So before I get started, the next version I'm going to show you, they were only sold at Kids Connection stores, which I think were originally inside of Walmart's, but apparently they must have went out of business like right away and they weren't around very long. So hopefully they didn't go out of business because they couldn't sell these Bug PEZ. But I do have one of them on the card, but the rest of them I have open. So let me show you what they look like on the card and then we'll go through the rest of them. This is the Kids Connection card. Lots of little smiley faces on it. And then right here it says a Kid Connection exclusive, which these were only sold at the Kids Connection stores. It's interesting to me that they even did this because it seems like there was already a lot of Bug PEZ dispensers that existed, but I guess when you think about it, PEZ, they can just make so much more money on these non-licensed characters, so I guess it does make sense down the road. So I only have this one on the card because I think that I was just trying to get all the bee variations just because I like the bees so much. And in case you're wondering, there's the back of the card. It has a little maze on it. So I'm just going to say up front here that all these Kid Connection PEZ, they're all the same crystal colored heads as the second variation that I showed you. It's just that this time around the stem colors are different. It's really weird to me that they even would have to change the stem colors. I don't know, I guess they wanted to give them something that was exclusive. Some of these do look really nice, so I'm not going to complain. So first up here is the worm PEZ dispenser. You'll see how this one has the same color crystal head for the worm, which is the pink color, and then this time the stem is a really nice blue color, which I usually like this blue color, which I think is pretty close to like what comes on Woody, and a whole lot of PEZ dispensers come with the same blue color, which is usually really nice, I think. Oh, and as you can see, the baby bee has the same blue. And then here's the wasp, which this one just looks so great with the black stem. This wasp PEZ dispenser has the same yellow crystal head for the head, and then it's on the black stem this time, which I really like this black and yellow color combination. I love black and gold, so anything that's like yellow, black, or gold and black, I really like it. Maybe that's one of the reasons I really like the little baby bee so much, is because it is black and yellow. Next up is the Grasshopper PEZ dispenser. See the difference, it's just the brighter yellow stem, which I think still looks really nice. The yellow matches the grasshopper's eyes like perfectly, but it's the same green crystal head. It looks so nice. And then we have the Beatle PEZ dispenser, which they took the neon orange stem from the fly and they gave it to the beetle. So this Beatle PEZ dispenser's head is mostly the blue color crystal, and then they gave it the really bright neon orange stem, which I think maybe this one should have always had a neon orange stem because it just matches so well with the eyes. I think this one might be my favorite one in this whole series. Oh, I mean, except for the baby bee. And then here's the butterfly, and see how it's the same head. So this butterfly PEZ dispenser has the color crystal head that's a really bright pink, and then this one's on the neon pink stem, which I like this color combination a lot too. It's like the pink and the purple. It does look really nice. And then we have the Caterpillar PEZ dispenser, and this Caterpillar PEZ dispenser is the caterpillar's head for the head, which is mostly the blue crystal color, and then the same little red and yellow accents on it as the second variation I showed you, but this time around it's on the yellow stem, which matches the little stomach, which I'm thinking, as I'm looking at these, it seems like this is the best variation of the color crystal heads that exist, at least in my opinion. It's almost like PEZ went back to the drawing board and they're like, I could do better. Next up is the Kit Connection Ladybug PEZ Dispenser. This one's super cool to me too because it's like all red. So this Ladybug PEZ Dispenser is the ladybug's head for the head, which is mostly the red color crystal. And then the stem on this one is the same, almost matching red as the color crystal head. It looks really nice. I do like how this one's like all red because, I mean, when you think of ladybugs, you think of red and black. So it's kind of weird that it was even on like a neon green stem to begin with. And then here's the Baby Bee PEZ Dispenser. It's the same one that comes on the card here. So this Baby Bee PEZ Dispenser is the baby bee's head for the head, which is mostly the yellow crystal color with the black stripes and then the black and yellow striped antennas and the blue around the eyes. But this one's on the same blue color stem, and the eyes are pretty close to the blue color, not exactly as the stem. It just looks so nice. I feel like I might already have this one open on my shelf as well, I was just thinking. So I might have two of these. And the last one here is the Kit Connection Fly. Still creepy. This Kit Connection Fly PEZ Dispenser is the fly's head for the head, which is mostly the same green crystal color as the second version that I showed you, and then it has the same like reddish orange snout, orange eyes, and this one is on the red stem, which I kind of like this color combination as well because it's like the green and red. And I always think of green and red as like compatible colors because they are across from each other on the color wheel. So that's how you know that they're complementary colors and they work well together. So you got the green and the red, which I think is really nice. It's not just a Christmas thing, I guess. So all 9 of these crystal bug PEZ here in front of me, they all came on these cards originally, which I don't know if I'll ever buy these on the cards unless I just find them. It's just too easy to find them because these are a lot harder to find, I think, on the cards than the version I showed you, the second one, which is the color crystal ones. But I was lucky enough to find these just recently. So I'm pretty happy that I was able to add these to my PEZ collection because I really do want to buy and get all the like crystal PEZ that I can from my PEZ collection because I really enjoy them. So wow, that was a lot of bug PEZ dispensers. Hopefully you learned something from watching my video today, and let's take another quick look at these Kit Connection ones real quick before I do take them off the table. So we got the worm, we got the wasp, we got the grasshopper, we got the beetle, we got the butterfly, we got the caterpillar, we got the ladybug, we got the baby bee, and then we have the fly. What was your favorite out of all these? There's a few of these that I really like a lot. I like the black and yellow, the blue and orange, and I like this all pink color variation, and then the all red ladybug, and I like the baby bee a lot. This variation of these might be my favorite overall, so I can't wait to add these down to my PEZ display because, like I said, I did just get these. So these are a new addition to my collection that I was pretty happy to get. So wow, that was a lot of Bugz PEZ dispensers that I went over today. So hopefully this makes sense to you, and if you do have any questions about them, let me know in the comments below. You know, I'd love to continue the conversation down there if you do have any questions. But if you do need to add some of these to your PEZ collection, good luck finding them. And I think you will be able to find all these different variations pretty easily. You just have to, you know, keep an eye out or do some searching for them or ask around, you know, in some PEZ Facebook groups, and I think you'll be able to find these pretty easy. Well, I guess that's it for this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you know, you might want to subscribe because I talk all about PEZ, and hopefully you'll learn a little bit more about collecting PEZ or just, you know, new PEZ on the market or what's coming out. I talk about new releases, and I also talk about vintage PEZ as well. So if you want to learn more about, you know, PEZ collecting or just PEZ in general, you might want to hit that subscribe button. If you did enjoy this video and you found it informative today, give it a thumbs up, or even feel free to share it with other PEZ collectors because, you know, if you're wondering and you don't know of all the bug PEZ, then you know there's probably other PEZ collectors out there that probably need the same help and guidance in their PEZ collection journey. So feel free to share the video. And also, if you want to support the channel, I did set up a Buy Me a Coffee, but I call it Buy Me a PEZ Dispenser. So I'll put that link down below in the description in case you want to check that out. I really appreciate it. But the best way to support my channel is just by watching my videos. I really appreciate it every week. I put out 3 videos every week. There's a video that comes out Sunday, there's a video that comes out Tuesday, there's a video that comes out Thursday, and I also do shorter YouTube shorts on the same channel. And also you can follow me on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook. I'm Erin Collects PEZ on all those, which I make other different content for those channels as well. If you just want to know everything about PEZ, then you're going to want to, you know, follow everything that I'm doing. So hopefully I'm helpful. And if you do ever have questions or if you want to say, hey, Erin, and I'd love to hear from you as well. If you haven't watched it already, my dad did join me on a video where we did unbox 40 of the crystal bug PEZ. So if you want to see what that video is all about, just click the video right here and that'll take you to the video so you can watch it. And if you haven't asked for one of the clear crystal bug PEZ already, then you'll learn how to do that as well in that video. As always, thanks for watching and I'll see you Thursday. Bye!